This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, residents of Great Cranberry Island are heartbroken after the general store there went up in flames overnight. Our Matthew Durantzik starts us off tonight.
The hardest part was when the people got on the boat from Cranberry and they said it was burnt all the way down to the ground.
A fire destroyed the Cranberry Isle General Store and Sea Witch Cafe overnight despite firefighters' best efforts to save it.
All we could see was, emergency vehicles, fire engines. We saw a lot of smoke, and it's just devastating.
Crews from the island, Southwest Harbor, and Mount Desert responded and tried to save the century-old community landmark. Sadly, it is now a total loss.
Definitely, it was, I would say, almost devastating, just because of how many memories I have there and the connections that I formed with a large portion of the community on the island.
The general store was not just a place where people could shop for groceries. It was a place where memories were created.
When I worked on the mailboat when I was younger, the captain, he would always have me run up to the store in between boats to get us 2 ice creams, and I had to make sure that I could get back down to the boat before they started melting all over my hands and stuff.
With the only store on the island gone, islanders must now travel much farther to get essential supplies.
Now the only way for you to get groceries is by going off island or ordering them through UPS or FedEx.
Flores says the community will come together and get through these tough times together.
I don't think that it should break the island. I don't think that it should break the community. I think that it should only hopefully reinforce the idea of asking your neighbor for some milk. I think that with how strong the community is, I think that they will recover.
Matthew Durantzik, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
A Brewer man is facing charges after he allegedly assaulted a store clerk the day after Christmas. 24-year-old Joel Williams is being charged with assault, violation of release, and an active arrest warrant. Brewer police responded to reports of an assault at the Circle K on North Main Street a little after 10 o'clock Monday night. Police say Williams entered the store with another person and he attempted to purchase items, but his card wouldn't work. They say that's when Williams allegedly entered the clerk's area behind the counter and assaulted the clerk, causing non-life-threatening injuries. Williams was free on 24 active sets of bail conditions for other crimes, including at least 1 felony. Officers arrested Williams at a residence on Holyoke Street in Brewer. He was taken to the Penobscot County Jail without incident. Waterville is beginning the search for a new city manager following the sudden resignation of its own top official. Steve Daly submitted his resignation letter Thursday. According to the Morning Sentinel, Daly said in a letter his decision to step down was caused by personal and urgent circumstances. Daly was hired to run the city almost 2 years ago. City officials plan to hold a special meeting tomorrow to determine a severance package for Daly and to talk about next steps. Well, federal officials say the fading North Atlantic right whale will remain protected under the Endangered Species Act and requires a series of protective steps to stave off extinction. The whales number only about 340 right now, and they have declined in population in recent years. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released a review of the whale's status today. It said the whale is continuing to decline and has not met many of the recovery criteria outlined in its recovery plan. Protection of the whale is a source of dispute, though, between conservationists and commercial fishermen, because NOAA claims one of the top threats to the animals is entanglement in fishing gear. Fishermen and state leaders disagree. They say there has never been a right whale death directly attributed to Maine fishing gear. Well, after a lengthy application process, Bangor will soon welcome international refugees who will arrive in hopes of a fresh start. A.J. Douglas talked to one of the directors behind this soon-approaching initiative.
Refugees have been resettling in southern Maine since 1975, according to Catholic Charities Maine Assistant Program Director Charles Mugabe. Mugabe says stakeholders in the Bangor community urged the organization to assist with obtaining a federal approval for refugee resettlement in Bangor. That approval was granted December of 2021, and now there are roughly 20 refugees headed to Bangor to start a new life.
As they come, they bring new cultures, right? They bring new languages, right? From the economical side, we see that they help. Their arrival supports us in addressing some of the workforce challenges.
Refugees must complete a screening process prior to being approved for resettlement. Those seeking a fresh start in Bangor will have traveled from Syria, Ethiopia, Guatemala, and other locations around the world. Some have waited almost a decade for the opportunity to make a new home in a safer place.
When we look at refugee camps, oftentimes it is just a basic tent with polythene bags or plastic bags on the ground for children and families to sleep on. And if they're fortunate enough, they get blankets to cover themselves on those plastic bags.
Incoming refugees must follow the same rental application process as all Mainers. Mugabe says at times applications are declined due to there being a lack of credit history. Catholic Charities Maine has caseworkers that partner with local landlords to ensure newcomers are housed.
Housing is a big challenge, but we are very fortunate that the Bangor community has stepped up above and beyond.
At least 16 individuals are set to relocate in Bangor by mid-January. More could make the journey later in the year. In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The city of Belfast is moving forward with construction for a combined public safety building. The money for the project comes as part of the newly passed omnibus spending bill, which allotted $1.5 million to the city. That funding will allow Belfast to upgrade its current fire and ambulance service building at its current location of 273 Main Street, with the intention of being the hub for all emergency service training, as well as having its fire, ambulance, and police services under one roof.
This building will just be huge because it will allow our police, fire, and ambulance to have the best communication. We'd like to serve as a place where folks can come from all across the state to do training in these fields. Here in Belfast, we've just really put a lot of emphasis on building the best emergency response team in the state, and that's what we're doing.
Well, there is currently no timeline for when the project will be complete. There will be a city council meeting on January 3rd to seek authorization for hiring an engineering firm to do preliminary cost estimates. Alrighty, folks. Well, it was a pretty mild day outside today. Let's take a first look at our forecast and see what's coming our way.
And thank you so much, Beth. Happy Tuesday. Cloudy skies outside today. A couple of flurries in the area, especially just a little bit north of us. No accumulations, maybe a dusting at most, but overall cloudy skies. Still some cold temperatures down south. Look at Little Rock, still in the 40s and 50s. Florida has finally rebounded from those 20s and 30s they had just a couple of days ago, but that cold air is starting to retreat right now, and that's exactly what's going to happen for us as well the next couple of days. High temperatures today, we're hovering at around that freezing mark here in town. 34 in Bar Harbor, so just a slight bit warmer, especially by the coast. And temperatures will continue to warm up. We do have a little bit of snow depth still on the ground, but that's going to really change the next couple of days as temperatures start to warm. Tonight, though, is going to be another chilly one outside. Lows will be in those low teens. Beth?
Thanks, Conrad. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll take a look at some of the biggest stories that have shaped the past year as we explore the months of March and April of 2022. We'll have those stories and that story, rather, and much more when ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
The winter sun. It's a ticking clock where shorter days mean a precious countdown has begun. So chase the sun and seize the season, because when the days are at their shortest, it's on us to make them the fullest.
Current eligible Cadillac lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2023 Cadillac XT4 for around $379 per month. Visit Court Cadillac in Bangor.
Bangor Floral is your perfect destination this holiday season. Since 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful holiday gifts for almost 100 years, featuring new, colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets that have warmed hearts for generations. And we strongly support the Buy Local movement by purchasing directly from local farms and growers. Bangor Floral at 332 Harlow Street. Experience a flower shop like no other this holiday season.
I tried everything to remove fabric odors, but my clothes still smelled. Until I finally found new Downy Rinse and Refresh. Unlike many other products, Downy Rinse and Refresh doesn't cover odors or leave residues. It helps remove them. It's safe on all fabrics and gentle on skin. Just add to your fabric softener tray. Downy Rinse and Refresh helps remove odors up to 3 times better than detergent alone, so fabrics look and smell clean. Try new Downy Rinse and Refresh, guaranteed or your money back. Find it in the fabric softener aisle or online.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
When Mainly Mercantile wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Mainly Mercantile is a venue of small businesses. We are a diverse group offering upcycled furniture and home decor, vintage items, jewelry, DIY creative products, made in Maine items, and souvenirs.
This week on Wheel, watch the year end with enthusiasm.
Yes! Over the soul pack! Why are we yelling?
Woo! My lovely earrings were made by my friend Kyle, a lifelong fan of Vanna's.
Sure, Vanna will be expecting a pair of earrings in the mail.
Something's happening! Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year!
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Well, continuing our year in review, Peter Dubois takes a look back at some of the biggest stories from March and April of 2022.
This is a sad day for the city of Belfast.
On March 24th, a fire ripped through the Penobscot-McCrum potato processing plant in Belfast. Everyone inside the facility made it out safely, but the plant was destroyed, putting more than 100 employees out of a job. In April, UMaine hosted a job fair to help those workers get back on their feet.
We have resources for the folks who have lost their jobs. We have rent relief, we have fuel assistance, we have food boxes from the Belfast Soup Kitchen, so that anybody coming in has multiple levels of support.
In late March, former Maine gubernatorial candidate Elliot Cutler was arrested and charged with possessing sexually explicit materials of a minor under the age of 12. Cutler was arrested at his residence in Brooklyn, Maine. The charges against him came as a surprise to community members.
It was probably the last thing that we thought would be the reason for the investigation.
In mid-April, Maine's airports dropped their mask requirements following a court order that ended the CDC's mask mandate, a long-awaited milestone in the COVID-19 pandemic for many.
It's much more comfortable for my wife and I not to have to wear a mask for such a length of time.
Also in April, lawmakers in the Maine Senate and House approved the supplemental budget by overwhelming majority. The budget included $850 relief checks for most Mainers during a time of rising inflation.
People are still struggling to find their footing again, and we're happy to give some immediate direct relief.
In late April, a Bangor nightclub found itself in the spotlight once again due to violent crime taking place there. A fight in the parking lot of Half Acre nightclub quickly escalated. Several gunshots were fired and one man was wounded. 4 people were arrested in connection to that shooting.
Yeah, we are aware of similar instances down there. We've responded to those and dealt with those accordingly. You know, we've had another shooting down there. We actually had a stabbing that turned out to be fatal.
Maine lawmakers and other leaders expressed outrage over another incident of violence and called for the club's liquor license to be revoked.
I think most of the people in Bangor, myself included, have had enough. Revoking their liquor license is the most effective way to either shut these businesses down or the most effective way to force them to control the situation. because without a liquor license, they're not going to be making money.
After facing pressure from the City Council's Government Operations Committee to come up with ways to make the club safer, the owner of Half Acre announced he would be closing the nightclub. He described it as a personal decision. Reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Peter Dubois.
And still to come on ABC7 News at 6, how a local cancer support group has reached a new milestone with medically tailored meals. We'll tell you more. And in sports, Coach Bill Belichick sounds off on the criticism the Pats faced after their loss to the Bengals. That and more with Ryan Sudol coming up after the break.
Did you know some of your detergent's fragrance disappears in the dryer? Downy In-Wash Scent Boosters survive the washer and dryer for freshness that lasts 6 times longer than detergent alone. Release freshness with every touch with Downy In-Wash Scent Boosters.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
The biggest sale of the year starts right now, and it's only at the Furniture Gallery. Huge discounts everywhere during our year-end blowout sale. Recliners starting at $2.99. Queen mattresses also $2.99. And sectionals as low as $6.99. Save up to 75% off brand names like Ashley, Lane, Serta, Simmons, Nectar. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase that special item now. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast and the #1 program on television.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out. If you wait too long to hire a lawyer, it may hurt your case. Call the Twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $150,000.
Steve Harvey says my Aunt Agnes has the world's biggest what?
Big underwear.
Does Steve? Text, swing, laugh. One time she had her panties hanging on the line. I was swinging them.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC7. Put a little more cash in your bag. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Hope you're having an exciting one so far. And let's say it's been an exciting week for Pats fans. Lately it seems like every week there's always a finger to point. Well, this week is no exception. In the aftermath of the Pats' loss against the Bengals Saturday, running back Ramondre Stevenson is under fire. On this play right here, which he fumbled the ball and cost the Pats the game, many are criticizing Stevenson for not just going down to the turf after being pushed back so far behind the line. If he did, perhaps the Pats would have kept the ball and scored and won. Despite that, Coach Belichick said Monday he doesn't mind how he handled it.
Yeah, Mondre's ball security has been pretty good all year. He had 2 hands on the ball. They're running him back, and they knock it out at the end. And I'm not going to second guess Ramondre on what he did.
While the Patriots can get away with splitting their last 2 games to at least have a shot at the playoffs, they must beat the Dolphins Sunday to stay in it. Even with the Pats' latest struggles, Coach Belichick is keeping his approach simple.
Obviously, take it one game at a time like we always do. So, did you get ready to play our best game against Miami this week?
Bet you didn't guess he was going to say that. Anyhow, Tuesday brought up the return of high school basketball to our area, and we have great action from both girls and boys. Let's start over in Herman with the girls. The 3-1 Hawks hosting John Baptist as the Crusaders try for their third win in a row. In the first quarter, how about starting the scoring hot? Herman Sadie Campbell right here with a long-range three to get the Hawks on the board 3-0. A couple minutes later, Baps is going to cash in. Here's Claire Gaetani with the three. Great job by Scopey underneath to draw the D away, too. 3:30 to go in the first. It's Campbell again, this time on the break. She will get the hoop and the harm. Herman with the lead, 11-9. Finally, next possession. Allie Cameron, the coach's daughter, on the inbound for the Hawks, immediately finds Veronica Chiquetto underneath for another and one for Herman. Hawks lead 16-12 after one. They go on to win 64-53. Okay, now for a big one in Class B boys. Battle the unbeatens. Ellsworth visiting Old Town. Let's go to the third quarter. Coyotes were down 13 at the half, but they came out firing. Here's Gabe Gifford with a three-pointer, one of 5 straight that would end up tying the game. 3:30 to go in the third. The steal by Brandon Mahaney and a long pass up to Grayson Thibault. He lays it in to give Old Town the 35-33 lead. 17-2 run to start the half. But Ellsworth wouldn't go away. Chance Mercier up ahead to Dawson Curtis. Nice reverse lay-in to tie it at 37. And then Curtis returns the favor. Long pass up to Mercier. Check out this Euro step. Nice. And the finish, even with that fall. That gives the Eagles a 44-37 lead late in the third. They go on to win a close one, 60-58, to remain unbeaten. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Hopefully you had a wonderful Christmas. Our main weather today is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You make the drive, and we'll make the deal. Cloudy skies outside today. A couple of flurries up north especially, but doesn't look like any accumulations are in the area. Maybe a dusting at most with those cooler temperatures in the region. Most of the Northeast, though, is in the clear. Besides the lakes, upstate New York is still getting some heavy snow. Look at Buffalo. They've had so much snow. It is incredible, and it is still snowing out there. Wow, with all that wind blowing pretty much all across the lake. For us, though, we're going to get some flurries overnight, especially by those morning hours on Wednesday. So if you do get some flurries, maybe a dusting will be possible, folks. So get ready for that. Then during the day, we start to clear up. A couple of scattered snow showers still lingering on Wednesday into Thursday, though. A couple of mixed precipitation might be possible, but overall, cloudy skies. So we're looking at maybe a dusting here in town. A lot more the more north you go. Of course, temperature is much colder, and a little bit more of that snow will start to accumulate, maybe an inch or two in some locations. Winds are a bit on the breezy end right now. Here in town, we have an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Closer to the coast, not too bad either. Look at Bar Harbor, 7 miles an hour. Machias coming in at 11 miles per hour, gusting close to 15 to 20 miles per hour. So it is not looking too bad, but still we do have some small craft advisories by the coast till around the evening hours today, and some flood area advisories in effect until around 3:45 a.m. as well. Temperatures, though, pretty much hovering close to our average this time of year in those low to mid 30s. 33 was the high here in town earlier today. Same thing in Waterville, Bar Harbor. 34, though, slightly warmer, especially by the coast. Our average should be closer to 31 degrees. So look what happens the next couple of days. Next several days, look at Friday, 42. Saturday, last day of the year, Mother Nature knows, and she is bringing in those warmer temperatures into beginning of the new year. On Sunday, mid-40s, and then same thing into beginning of next week. We'll see some above average temperatures, so get ready for a nice looking warm-up. Tonight, though, it's going to get cold still. That's going to be one of the last nights we're going to be cold for quite a bit. 12 degrees tonight, partly cloudy skies, a light breeze out of the northwest at around 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, though, we have temperatures close to 31, light snow showers in the region, and a very light wind from the southeast at around 5 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show those warmer temperatures, but more chances of showers Saturday, especially into Sunday. Our new year has finally arrived in just 3.5 days. Temperatures will be in those 40s, so make sure you bring an umbrella for New Year's Day. Beth?
All righty, Conrad, thanks so much. There is still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2022 sale. Now through December 30th. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and you can still do that thing you said you do 11 and a half months ago. All with no commitment, cancel anytime. Get tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. It's not too late. This can still be your year. Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin.
Excuse me. Roll it back, everybody.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Unless you treat dandruff regularly, it will keep coming back. Try Head & Shoulders. It contains zinc pyrithione, which fights the germ that causes dandruff, and when used regularly, helps prevent it from coming back. For up to 100% dandruff protection, use Head & Shoulders.
Hammond Lumber Company appreciates the communities that have supported Hammond's prosperity and growth over the years. The Hammond team is grateful for the opportunity to give back by supporting local causes that sustain strong, vibrant communities throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond recognizes that they could not do this without your support. Thank you for choosing Hammond as your building project partner. Hammond Lumber Company, proud to serve local communities since 1953.
On Jeopardy! It's been quite a year for us here at the show. The thrilling debut of our Second Chance competition, moving right into a mind-blowing Tournament of Champions. Amy Schneider is now our Tournament of Champions winner. It's also been quite a year for Super Champions. Chris Panullo now ranks in the top 5 all-time for Jeopardy winnings.
Now, this week on Jeopardy, can current champ Ray Lalonde become a Super Champ too?
Everybody's off and running, Ray.
Well, let's do a true daily double then.
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
A local cancer support group has reached a new milestone with their medically tailored meals. Our Devin Dagnall met with some of those who helped make it happen.
For 8 years, the Christine B. Foundation has been supporting Mainers as they battle cancer. Since March of 2020, the organization has been offering medically tailored meals for cancer patients. According to the CBF's most recent estimates, they have provided the equivalent of 275,000 meals, many of which were delivered right to the patient's doors. According to Matt Dexter, the executive director of the Christine B. Foundation, this is a pivotal milestone for the organization.
One of the biggest things that they said they needed was food and proper food. So before the pandemic started in early 2020, we started this effort to not only give them any sort of food, but listen to them on how we can tailor it to their needs.
According to Dexter, different types of cancers require different types of dietary needs in order to be effectively combated. Each haul of groceries provided by the CBF is custom made to suit each patient's dietary needs and preferences.
Every time that we have somebody that's been referred to us, we will do a pretty thorough nutritional analysis, I guess, in speaking with them. We will go through, we will ask about the type of cancer, how long they've been in treatment, where they are in their process.
What's most impressive about the CBF is the cost of the services like its medically tailored meals. They are all free for cancer patients.
The Christine B. Foundation ensures that every single service we provide, whether it's the cancer conferences we make available, this nutrition assistance, and the ongoing nutrition education service, is all free to the public. Anyone with a cancer diagnosis can really access it with low barrier.
If you'd like to volunteer or access any of the CBF's services, check out their website at chrisbfund.org. In Bangor, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22.
And finally tonight, folks in Millbridge have a new way to have a little fun. The ice rink is ready and waiting for skaters. The rink is located at the end of Mill Street by the sewer treatment plant. Town manager Louis Pinkham says there aren't any lights yet, but it is ready for use. The group that has been working on it invites folks to put on their skates and give it a try. They are also asking folks to snap some pictures while they're doing it and share them as well. Share the fun, and let's get some folks out there having a good time in the fresh, crisp winter air. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us. From everybody here at ABC7, take care and have a great rest of your night.